Welcome to Sistah Speak The Last of Us, where we discuss the HBO Max original series, The Last of Us, from a sister's point of view. I am Joel Elle.
I'm Sister J.
I'm Sistah A.
And I am Sister K, and welcome to episode number 10. Well, 10 or 10, whichever way you're looking. Let's
Lord.
get started. Welcome
back.
Hey.
Welcome back, y'all. It has been 2 years.
Been a long time.
Wow.
Dos
Been a
años
long
since
time.
We were,
Wow.
back with The Last of Us, but we are back and we will be talking about season 2. Before we get started, let's talk about what we are lipping, sipping, and swagging with tonight.
I will start us off. I'll start with my swag. I have on my blingy bling Soul Sisters bracelet. I have on my beautiful scarf crocheted
That is so pretty.
It is so
Love.
pretty. Of
Beautiful.
course, with the tassels at the
Beautiful.
bottom.
That's beautiful.
Very
Yeah.
soft. And crocheted by Sister K. Thank you.
Okay.
Because it is not spring in Michigan yet. Yeah. I am drinking some sweet tea in my authentic OG Yeti
Nice.
with my name on the back, the element on the back.
Okay.
And it is sitting upon my red and black coaster crocheted
Nice.
by Sister J.
Hmm.
And then on my lippy, I am wearing a color that I believe Sister A wore something like this before, if not the same one. It's a Wet n Wild liquid cat suit, one of the dark ones.
Yes.
This one is called Video Vixen.
Oh, yes.
That's Sister A.
Yes.
It's
Uh-huh.
Sister A.
Very nice.
Yes, it was so dark that I had to blot
I was going to say,
and
let's
apply
lighter.
on top.
I was gonna say,
Nick.
yeah.
I applied because it was like vampire dark. So I applied on top NYX Butter Gloss, which is like a red.
Nice.
This one is called Red Velvet.
Okay, that works
Ooh.
well.
Yeah.
That looks good.
So I got some layer action.
Uh-huh.
And that's it for me.
Okay, for me, for my bling, I have my beautiful blingy J. Thank you, Sister A, and our Sister Speak Productions T-shirt.
Nice.
One of several, and it's
Uh-huh.
really nice. And because down here in the D,
The
in
big D.
Texas, the big D is hot. So,
Wow.
short sleeves on today. Okay, for my hydration.
We had snow
Oh no,
Today?
it's real warm
Wow.
down here.
yesterday.
It snowed?
Dang.
Like brand new snow?
See, no,
It didn't
no.
stick. But yeah.
But that ain't even the point. No, it's too late in the year for some damn snow. Okay, for my hydration, I have our beautiful Sister Speak pink
Ooh,
mug.
look at you.
With my Sister J name on it.
Your
I love
pink
this one.
looks popping.
I love
Yeah.
this because
Doesn't it?
I think
it
it
is
says
so
her lights.
big.
Her lighting
Oh.
Yeah,
is
because
very
my lights,
light.
it's pink.
Man.
And see,
Sister A needs more
See.
light.
see my tie.
I like.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got the matching tie.
Matching?
And in here, I have some nice, freshly made black cherry Kool-Aid.
Ooh, wait, I know that's
Nice.
good.
Ooh, it's so good. I love Kool-Aid.
I hate Kool-Aid.
What?
Kool-Aid.
Oh,
Love
wow.
it. Ever since I've been a little bitty kid. Anyway, okay. And for my lippy today, I have a new one. This is the NYX Butter Gloss.
Ooh.
I really like it. And
That looks
this
like
one is
devil's
called,
food cake.
no, this is called Cranberry Pie.
Oh, wow. I like
okay.
it.
I like.
Very
I
nice.
do too. It usually
And you know
looks-
what?
I know you were not about to say you can smell it.
She just stuck it up her nose.
Wait a minute. It smells like a marshmallow. It smells like a marshmallow. It does. Anyway, and then my Avon Glimmer Sticks lip liner.
In.
I saw her in chocolate. That's it for me.
Oh my gosh.
Really? It smelled like a marshmallow.
You're
believe
moving
it.
over to the dark side.
No, it's only certain things because I wore one of my buxoms the other day when I went out.
Mm-hmm.
And on purpose, I smelled it. It don't smell like
Buxoms
nothing.
don't smell. They don't.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like
But
nothing.
Mac does. So if you haven't,
My
Mac
Milani,
product,
I wore my Milani,
Milani doesn't
number
smell
42 rose film the other day or last week.
it smells
It
like
didn't smell
lipstick.
either.
You're not
But
smelling the
this
right
mix-
stuff. Yours need to
Well, this
smell
mixed
your
butter
Mac.
gloss smelled like a marshmallow. Like when I'm making Rice Krispie squares, that kind of marshmallow. That's
Ellen
what's-
don't like marshmallows.
Oh.
You don't eat no
But I
squares?
still can't smell. Remember, I will eat a Rice Krispie treat if it's from Rocky Mountain. It's a store called Rocky Mountain.
Because it's less
Not the homemade
marshmallowy.
one?
Very specific.
Very
Oh,
specific.
Lord.
Very
Lord,
specific.
Lord,
Probably
Lord.
it's dry too.
I
It
wasn't
is
going to say
dry.
very specific. I was going to say, wait a minute.
It is dry.
But wait a minute. I
But I
wasn't
like
going to say
it.
very,
But
I
like
wasn't going
it.
to say very specific. I was going to say very bougie.
Oh.
No, that's not bougie. Bougie is more marshmallow because
I bet you it's
marshmallow.
expensive.
Well, I'm sure
How much it costs?
to be
Who's
dry.
next?
Changing the subject. Let
That's
me
it
hop
for me.
in then. Break this up. For my drink tonight, I too have my Sister Speak Yeti. And I think my lighting is all right.
Yeah, yours
It's
is
not
pink
popping.
popping.
It's not popping
Yeah.
as much as it. Oh, you have your
Oh, look at her straw.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have your pink.
I also have my pink top.
And you got your pink pot.
No, you know she got that straw that's gonna poke her eye out.
I know.
With
It doesn't
fake
look as
glasses on.
extended though.
Yeah, she didn't extend it all
I
the way.
haven't
Yeah.
extended it now.
See,
Don't make me do it because it'll
You don't
be
need
Okay.
to. This
I
really
don't
gonna poke
need
your
to.
eye out.
right.
And that is sitting upon my Peppermint Starlight coaster.
nice.
Thank you, Sister J.
Mhm.
For my lippy today, I've started off with a Preppin' chapstick.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I miss
And
those.
this is the color of strawberry ice pop, maybe?
Oh,
Yes.
my thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Getting
what it
very
looks like.
low. It's starting to.
Oh. Is that your
Very
last?
side.
Is it your last one?
I might have some more in the linen closet. I have to check, but
Okay.
I'm getting low. And then on top of that, I have my Elf. This
Ooh.
is that monochromatic
Oh,
multi-stick.
Okay.
And this color is called Sparkling Rose.
I like.
Ooh.
It's very nice. It's kind
I
of dark,
really
a little
like-
bit
It looks good
muted,
on
but
you.
It does.
Yeah. That
it's
does.
nice. And it's moisturizing, but it also stays. So it's
okay.
not too bad.
Now, have you applied it to like your cheeks or anywhere else
No.
besides lips? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. No, really.
Well, it says
Oh.
multi.
It's
Isn't
lit.
it
Well,
multi?
It's
but-
supposed to
Yes.
But if you want multi, I would get two of them then. One for the lips and then one for your face. But no, not the same one. No. Mm-mm.
Well, I don't know. I just don't usually put on anything because I feel like I'm ruddy anyway. So I don't need any extra.
Trust me, you're not.
be.
Yeah.
Not ready.
You are
I
not
don't know.
ready.
No,
So
I don't
you're
think
not.
Okay.
You're not.
You're not ready.
No, you're not ready.
Anyway, I'm trying not to look like my mother. So
You already
Okay
look like
now.
Mama Alice. And Mama
There you go.
Alice
Yeah.
is jazzy. Okay?
She is jazzy.
she is jazzy. Jazzier than I
She
am.
is jazzy.
Anywho, for my blings and swags and such, I too have my Soul Sister bracelet on. Thank you, Sister LM. And I also have on my my rose. No. My silver A. It's not my rose gold one.
Sparkle A.
And that's it for me.
Okay, I will go next. For my bling, I have my rose gold Soul Sister bracelet. Thank you, Sister LM, for this. My permanent swag underneath. And that's it. I forgot my necklace. Sorry. For my hydration, I have my non-Yeti insulated cup with some pink lemonade. Y'all with these signs. I cannot.
We's ready.
Listen.
Y'all are a mess. I didn't have time. I forgot to go get it, and I was like, I'm already using this cup. I'm not going to mess up another cup when this one's perfectly fine. For my lippy, this I think is a new one too for the podcast at least. This is a MAC Luster Glass lipstick.
Oh.
And it is in the color. Hold on, let me pull it out first. It's in a little bullet. And this is the color of Succumb to Plum.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
Is it iridescent? It kind
No,
of looks like
it
it's
just-
okay.
That is a
I don't know why it
beautiful
looks
color.
like
That
it's
is
purplish,
very
but
nice.
in person it's dark. And I
Dot.
like it.
But it looks
looks
dark.
really
Dark
good.
and it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Nice one.
It's nice and silky and smooth and creamy. Succumb to
Come to
Plum.
plum.
See how dark
Like
that
that.
little color is?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Smells so good. And it's a luster glass, which those are very nice and creamy.
They are.
Yeah.
And they smell good if you have a MAC.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
And I think that is it for me as well. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm using my little Grogu coaster. Thank you.
Hey.
I haven't switched it yet. I'm still rocking the little
He's
Grogu.
too adorable.
Yeah.
And I forgot that thank you,
Your
Jenna.
coaster.
I'm using my bend the knee coaster.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Thank you, Jenna.
Bend that knee.
And
Bend that knee.
bend it.
All right, y'all. We are ready to get into this first episode of season 2.
Oh, wait.
And
I have an initial question
future days.
first.
Okay.
I have an initial question first that
Ditto.
bugged me throughout the whole thing.
Ditto.
Bugged you.
And I hate to be dumb, but okay. Just tell me succinctly in a short sentence, what lie did he tell?
Oh, he told the lie that the raiders came and tore up the hospital, and that's why he got her out of the hospital in episode 10 or 9. Instead of
Okay.
telling her, no, I killed up everybody myself so they wouldn't kill you, operating on your brain.
Okay.
And he lied. Oh, and he actually told a couple lies.
Okay, because
And the other
I was
lie-
confused.
Yeah, the other lie was the fact that there were other people like her that were immune, that had been bit, that hadn't changed, and they had tested all of them, and they couldn't find a cure. And so she was free and clear anyway.
That's what
And the
I thought
second-
the lie was.
That's the lie. And then he
Okay.
said, oh, and by the way, everybody dead because some raiders came and I had to hurry up and get you out of there.
I forgot about
Okay.
That's the real lie.
Yeah.
That's the real
Okay.
The real
See, I
lie was
forgot
the
about
fact that she was not, they couldn't find a cure because they had been testing her and a whole bunch of other people and nothing came of it. And the second lie was, and by the way, some people came, they shot up the place and I just barely got you out.
And so those people that coming after them, they are also immune.
No.
No, they're
Those
the doctors
were
and nurses.
Fireflies. I
Okay.
think the girl who is really pissed off.
So that's
Is
the
that-
part that confused me. I'm like,
Okay.
who are these people?
Well, they're trying to give us some foreshadowing of what's coming, but I think she might have been one of the nurses, maybe, because she
Yeah.
seemed to have a description of him more than the other people did. And
Yes,
he left those
she
two
did.
nurses alive when he shot the doctor.
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay.
Because the doctor was like, "You're not going to take her," and he just went, "Pow!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the two nurses, he told them to step back, take the
Mm-hmm.
unhook her, and then he took her out the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she's probably, it was her dad. We find out that she's upset about being killed.
Mm-hmm.
And so because she had that description of him, I just assumed that she was one of the ones that saw him.
Yeah.
It was whose
I could be
dad?
wrong. The girl
The
who's talking about we
girl.
gonna kill him
Ellie's
slow.
dad.
No, the one
the
that's
girl
coming
from the
after
beginning
them.
of the show.
Yes.
Oh,
From the beginning
okay.
of the episode.
The
woman
girl who's
that's
saying we gonna
mad,
kill him slow when we find him.
Slow.
Okay.
Yes.
Her.
Yes.
See, I thought it was her boyfriend or something that was dead, but okay. It was the dad. Okay. That makes sense then.
I think we don't find it out unless you saw. I could be wrong.
Don't find what out.
I don't think you know it's her father, except in that after show thing that they do, the behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
And they
didn't
say
watch
it was
that.
Yeah,
father.
because I didn't
Neither.
get that was her father that she was at the grave of. I thought it was
It was
a
a
boyfriend.
whole
or
bunch of
something.
fucking people, but
Well, no,
was,
but,
yeah,
but,
it was-
but
yeah.
she was focused on this one particular one though.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
Which she put the necklace chain
Mhm.
on that one
Mhm.
particular one.
Mhm.
So anyway, okay. Well, that answers my question. Then okay, so my second question would be then why come Ellie is so mad? When did she find out then that they were lies?
I think she knew. Well, this is my opinion.
And how?
Yeah, how? Because it's 5 years later. So
5 years later.
yeah. So
I don't think.
how did she know?
Well, it's just my opinion. I don't know if we talked about this in episode 9 last time. Is that she kind of always knew that he was lying, which is why they re-showed it in this, because that first scene of this episode was the last scene of the last one.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Where she
I got
asked
that
him
one.
again, swear
Mhm.
to me you're telling me
Yeah.
the truth. Obviously, she thinks that there's some shenanigans with his story, because why would she tell him to swear again that he's
Yeah.
telling the truth? So
Mhm.
obviously she has some kind of inkling that he's lying about it. But I think she's really mad in this episode because he won't let her be her and grow up, because he's still trying to be the one to protect her all the time, which is that,
True.
you know, we find out
Holding her
later
back.
more about
Yeah.
throughout the whole episode.
now-
Actually,
Mhm.
he's trying to protect her from stuff, and she's getting more and more irritated about it.
Now,
And
I will say-
irritating me in turn.
Right. Wait a minute.
Yes.
I was going to say, I will say at the outset, for those that don't know, because y'all know Sister J don't like them
We
damn kids.
already know
And
she didn't like
was
her.
on my last motherfucking
I
nerve
could hear you
this
in my
episode.
head while I
I
was
could
watching
too.
it, Sister J.
I could
Wait a
I
too.
could hear you in my
Wait a
head.
When she fell through that one floor, I said, damn, that's what you get. And then when when the little woman was creeping around, I said, yeah, jump on her back.
Woo!
Jay,
She was getting on my nerve.
It was getting
Yeah,
on my nerves.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Ellie. I
Yeah.
like you and everything, but hey,
Yeah.
you was getting on my nerves.
I think
All that little.
let's go to the beginning, because I think
Okay.
well, so we saw the first scene where she's the repeat of last season.
Mhm.
Swear to me that you're telling the truth. He didn't flinch or nothing. He just said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? All the shit he did.
Why would he? Right.
Do yeah.
Yeah.
I deny.
And then we see the scene with the Fireflies. I love seeing the giraffes again.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love
Oh, that was so
That
nice.
was cool.
I'm glad no one has killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
know?
evidently, the little virus stuff doesn't attack the animals. Evidently.
Or it's
Because
not
them
in that
giraffes look
area.
healthy.
It's not in that area, apparently. And apparently those clicking things don't ever go in that area, because them
No.
giraffes
Evidently
look like they have
not.
some babies too.
Baby, yeah, it looked like some little
Mhm.
bitty baby ones.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real good. But I think, well, okay, so getting into the episode where we first see Ellie sparring with this random guy. And at
Well-
first I was like, oh shit, who's she getting her ass kicked out?
That's what I thought. I didn't know it was sparring at first. I thought it was a
I
real
know.
deal fight.
I
Right.
figured when she put her legs around his neck, I said, This is a sparring thing. Yeah. Yeah, because otherwise he would have decked her out, just like the little other guy told her. He was holding back.
He was holding back. He really
he
took
would
it
have
easy on
popped
you.
you on the floor.
Yeah.
But I think that's the theme of this episode too, is that she's young. And when you're young, you don't think nothing's going to happen to you. You think you're going to live forever. And that she is a tough, she done went cross damn country and gone through a whole bunch of stuff. And in the last, episode 8 of last season, she saved herself from that crazy fool.
Yeah.
Who's going to eat her.
I can see her attitude as far as I can take care of myself. She is a good shot with a rifle. She's good with the knife. So yeah, but the whole point, her whole attitude of, well, I can do what I want to do. And, she's at the camp in the community in Wyoming, like we left them at and everything. They're prospering there and everything.
Yeah, it looks like a nice.
She knows that they have to do things in certain ways for the whole town, the whole community to be safe. So that's the part that was on my nerves, because I kept saying to the TV, well, damn, you know why. You know why you're not supposed to go off all by yourself. Yeah. And all that little cocky shit and stuff. It was just on my nerves. So hopefully
I feel like it's just common sense of her and a little bit ungrateful. Like, you have been saved by him multiple times. And yeah, you can take care of yourself, but a parent is always going to worry. And technically, you're still under his roof. You may be in the garage, but you're still under his roof.
Yeah.
So, okay, but wait a minute. Hold up. I have gone through teenage girl years myself as a parent. And let me tell you, it ain't easy. You want to kill them half the time. So they won't make it past their teenage years because they're hard-headed. They don't listen.
But you're not going to stop protecting them.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying from their perspective, everything you say is like nails on a chalkboard to them. It's like you're not letting them grow and be their own person. It's like you're always trying to tell them what to do stuff for them where they're not able to do things for themselves. I think you're trying to control them when you're trying to protect them. But as a teenager, they don't think that. They really don't. They think you're just trying to control them and keep them to doing what you want them to do, not what they want to do.
And I understand that.
I think that's what they're trying to show, but we're always looking, because, we're older. We're looking at it from the perspective of an adult trying to protect a child. And she's looking at it as, I'm trying to be a woman now and take care of my own life and make my own choices. And throughout the whole episode, Joel's name is popping up, even in the fight. I told him to pull them punches because I don't want to have to tell Joel why your ass got jacked.
Exactly.
And she's like,
but that was one of the best little scenes, I think, because it was true. It was true. Yeah. He done been around there. And another thing, everybody in the whole camp has peeped out how she treats Joel.
Oh, yeah.
And just like me, I don't like it. They don't like it either, probably. Yeah. But they don't want to deal with him.
Figure out what.
Right. They don't want to deal with him. Asking. So that's why. Yeah. So that's why,
you can already tell, in the first scene that they also don't question her. I think Dina, because they're friends,
only because
Joel,
they're friends,
and she likes Joel, and her and Joel have a connection.
Yeah,
so
like they have a relationship. So,
but I don't think
nobody
people want to get on Joel's bad side. They don't want to get on Ellie's bad side when you're talking.
Exactly,
because you saw how quickly that little Jesse dude changed the topic when she first said, "Don't be holding no punches no more." He's like, "Oh, okay. Are you going to the thing tonight?"
Yeah.
Trying to hurry up and get the topics.
Yeah.
But to me, the best scene in the whole episode was
Jay, why are we going to the best scene right now?
Well, because I want to.
Was it the next scene?
No. It's the psychiatrist.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Yes. That was my favorite scene.
Moira.
Yes.
Moira.
Yes.
It took me a second. It took me a second to real part.
Yes.
But that was
Like
the
I was
most.
doing the Leonardo DiCaprio, like, hold on.
I know. Who is that? Yeah.
That's her.
But
That's her.
To me, that
She
was
kinda has a
the
little
most
bit of Moira
real
in her in that, too.
conversation
She
in the
does.
whole episode. That was the most real
Yeah.
talk of any of them interacting with one another, in my opinion. Mhm. And she was
That
right
had to
too.
be a little
He
bit
gonna have
tearing
to
up.
tell it. He
Yeah.
gonna have to
That
tell
scene.
it
Mhm.
at some point. Like she said,
But she was also really upfront with him. Like,
Yeah.
I
that
hate
was
you.
so
Like, listen.
Right.
that was so
You
real.
killed my husband.
Yeah.
And she said, and I know why you had to kill him.
Mhm.
Right.
But it's the way
She said,
you
you
did
know,
it. So now I want to know how. How you do
Yeah.
it?
Right.
And why? Did he turn? Did something
He was-
happen? Did he?
I'm
he was
assuming he turned.
turning. He was
That's what I'm
turning.
thinking.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
he did.
But how did he kill him?
Well, now that's probably gonna be
Well, how else
gruesome.
he
Seem
gonna
like
kill
that's the
him?
part that gets her.
He might have
How
killed him.
he did it.
Killed him with a I would say a knife or a shovel or axe or something. Because if he just shot him, okay,
That's
you
quick.
shot my husband.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
humane.
See, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, if the man is
That was
turning,
good.
I want
I
to
know.
know. Because at this point, I'm thinking it had to be more than just him turning. Because
Well,
I
now
don't know.
I took it like it's because he was turning. Now, whether they'll go back to that and
Yeah, that'd be
we
interesting.
find
Hopefully
out
we get a
or
flashback.
no, yeah.
Something.
I
But
hope so,
that was
too.
great. That
Yeah.
whole scene was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the scene before that though too, when Dina came in, because she's new. She's a new character
Yeah,
Yes.
she is a new character.
ish. I don't think we saw her in the first season.
I don't
anyway.
think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I don't remember
And
her.
she was obviously, you can tell just right away, really inquisitive and always wanting to learn something new. Like whatever Joel is doing, she's like, "Oh, teach me.
Yeah.
Show me
I
how to
wanna
do
learn
Yeah.
how
it."
to do that. Yeah.
And she's a smart butt because when he's saying, "Okay, now how do you figure out if it's voltage in it?" She's like, "Lick it." He's like,
That was
no.
cute though. That was
Yeah.
really cute.
That
You know
was
what it
very cute.
reminded me of? It reminded me of the Nico character in Will Trent. That's what it reminded me of.
"Yes,
Huh.
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah. That's who I immediately thought of. Yeah. Mhm.
But when
I
she
like
says
how he was
out,
really patient with her too.
Yes.
Like I thought he would have when she said, "Okay, teach me." I thought he would be like, "Oh, I'll show you later." But nope, he like took his glasses off, took his time, was patient, explained
Yeah.
it to her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then when she asked about why is she so mad at you, it opened up, and even when she was trying to get the conversation back to the circuit breaker, he went back to the Ellie
Mhm.
conversation. So
Mhm.
you could tell
But
he
I
was
thought
trying
his
to
answer was good
get
though, because
some
he said,
kind
"Well,
of explanation
you
out of her.
you her best friend. What'd she tell you?"
Yeah.
See, I thought that was good.
Yep.
Yeah, because he
Because
wants to
that
know
let
too.
us know. Okay, yeah, yeah. Because she ain't talking to him neither.
Mm-hmm.
Because he think he doing what he's supposed to do, protect her. But again, like we said. But when she says, "Oh, you going to therapy," and he was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
damn. How'd she find
That was
out?"
funny.
That was funny.
Like,
Don't
say
tell
it.
That was
nobody.
good.
Don't tell nobody.
Don't tell
Tell
anybody.
nobody.
And well, it seemed to me what that said to me was that this particular psychiatrist woman, she tells all of them the same thing. That's what it said to me. Like it's a little practice thing, because with him repeating the words that he obviously heard from the therapist, and she's a kid, she recognized that therapist probably used all that. She probably tells them all the same thing, because think about it, they've all went through the same trauma.
I took that as okay, this would normally come out of Joel's mouth. He must be talking to somebody and
That's
going
what I
to
took it
therapy.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't take that way. I
Yeah.
took it like, yeah, all of them been through therapy with. What is her character name anyway? The psychiatrist. What is her name?
She's not a psychiatrist either. She says
I
that
can't
too.
remember.
Well,
Her name
said
is
she-
Gail.
Gail?
Gail.
Okay, yeah.
She says
They
she's
done
not
all
the one
been
that
talking to Gail.
dispenses pills. She's the psychotherapist.
Well, I know.
Yeah. I even like her scene, and we'll get there, at the dance where they briefly showed her reaction. That reminded me of like the Kermit meme.
Sipping his
She was
tea?
like sitting there. Yes. That was her.
Having her whiskey.
You know what? That is good. That is good. Yeah. She's like,
Yes.
She's like, ooh, let me hear that tea.
Getting good.
Mhm.
But let me say, during the therapy scene, well,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, when he first got there and he whips out his little bag of what she's calling twigs and shrubs.
Yeah.
He's like, look, it's winter. She's like, well, Eugene used to have it growing all year round. And then, of course, we find out later who Eugene is and what happened. We're like, oh, you know. But anyway, so Eugene used to, but that was her payment.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She likes to medicate herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the scene when she tells him, okay, we're going to try something different. Well, first of all, when he starts talking about, well, I tried what you said and I stepped back and now she's now she won't talk to me at all. She don't even come home for dinner. And I know she's in the garage, which I shouldn't have let her do anyway. And she's just like rolling her eyes and like, oh Lord, let me put my book up because he ain't saying shit. That to me was funny.
She's like, none of this is original. You're not the first person to have a teenager.
Yes.
No, what got me is when she come out the kitchen with, you want whiskey or herbal tea? And gave him the whiskey. She got the herbal tea and poured the whiskey in it. That tells you right there.
But then we find out why she was self-medicating that day. That was the first time. Like she was with her husband. I think she said for 41 years. Yeah. And so in 41 years, it was the first birthday that she spent without him. She was good to even be seeing a patient, I thought.
And especially his ass.
And especially
like I said, in my house. In our house. Me and Eugene's house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good point.
So when she went through her, okay, let's change it up and let me say it out loud, even though I'm scared to say it out loud. Let me do it. And she tells him all that. And he's just looking at her and she's like, okay, now your turn.
Yeah.
Say it out loud because you're not going to get better. She's like, and I promise you I'll help you. And then she started.
Was so good.
When she started asking him questions and his eyes started welling up, I was like, oh! Did you hurt her? And he was like, no. She's like, well, what did you do? Now, he knows what he did.
Yeah.
He knows what he did, but he doesn't see it that way.
I know.
You know what it reminded me of?
It got me.
Ghost and Demi Moore when she had that one little tear come down the perfect time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the one little tear.
I mean, that's a perfect time when he said, I saved her, and the tear dropped. And I was like, ow!
Yeah.
Don't get me crying!
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my gosh, that was so good. That was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
That's my favorite scene of the whole thing.
Me too.
Yeah, that
whole
was a good
episode,
scene.
favorite
really
scene.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Poor Joel.
I know.
Then we had a scene with Ellie and Tommy, which I like the scene.
Yes.
Shooting.
Sniping.
Oh, yeah. Out on the bridge.
Out on the bridge. So that's really showing us that she's gotten a lot more training.
Oh, yeah.
Sniping. And her and Tommy have a good relationship.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
that was good.
His first daughter did too, Sarah.
Yeah.
But again, this is another scene where she's showing her age and the fact that she's mad that people are trying to run her. So she's just going to let it out. When he's like, look, we don't talk about it. She's like, well, I should be able to go on this run. Why are you taking me off the run? Well,
she's not mad that people trying to run her. She is balking at the fact that, people are trying to give her suggestions of what to do. Everybody this what irritated me.
No, it was because Joel told him to keep her off the run.
Yes.
And that pissed her off because again, she's not able to do, like she said, I'm an adult now. I should be able to control what I do. Now, what he should have said What he should have said was, he should have left Joel's name out of it and said, look,
He should
He should have.
Exactly.
you fucked around the last run and didn't pay attention to your commander. So that's why your ass ain't off. But he didn't. He put Joel's name in it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. That's what he should have done.
Yeah.
And you know, he should have reminded her, look, everybody got a job to do in this community. Yours is to until you are commander, obey your commander. Now, when you are commander, then hey, you can go do this. But you know, you got to follow the chain of command. That's what he should have done.
He should have
did.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
But as you pointed out earlier, everybody afraid of Joel though. So.
But he still should have just kept Joel's name out of it because that fueled her fire and added one more thing for her to be
I feel like Joel did.
One more thing.
I feel like Joel did tell him that, but he didn't have to tell her.
No, I'm sure he did.
No, of course he told him that.
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, of anybody, I should be the main one going because I'm immune. He's like, oh, no, we don't talk about that.
That irritated me.
That was
something.
I got bit.
Yeah.
I said,
top of her lungs.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's just annoying.
What if somebody was lurking?
Yeah. Yes.
But see, to me, it's the reckless stuff. And I understand a lot of times young people do reckless things, but it's the reckless stuff like that. Now, if she had not been through all she'd been through, it'd be different. But after all of that time and all she'd been through and why no one can know that she's immune, well, then, you know, if that's what you felt, why'd you hide getting bit?
Thank you.
You know, why'd you hide that from everybody?
I think it's because two things. I think first
of all, Joe would pretty much lock her up in that.
Oh
garage.
Hell yeah, he gonna lock her down.
Yeah.
I think first of all, she
won't see no
was
fresh air.
Irritated, and she wanted to like shock it and say it because she's not able to say it. But I think the second reason is it's been 5 years and ain't nothing happened in 5 years. They've been safe, so they're not that they're soft. But they've been safe for 5 whole as years.
Well, don't say nothing has happened because the whole reason why they're out there patrolling is because those hookity things or whatever they call them, they're getting closer and closer.
But
to
they're surrounded. They have a little mini army. They have a wall.
True.
They have guns. Ain't nobody trying to snatch them up and eat them. That's what I mean by safe, like relatively safe.
Coming.
They haven't had to.
But we see that
coming.
they're not safe.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not.
For right now, she was 14 at the time that they traversed the country and had to go through all that. It's been 5 years of them being relatively safe behind these walls, and nothing has happened except for them killing up the random ones that come around when they have a whole bunch of people that help do that. So like, and then this is kind of, to me, it reads into her and Dina on the patrol having fun and like, oh yeah, we'll go in there. We've done this many times before and ain't nothing.
They're real lackadaisical.
They're lackadaisical because they haven't really had to run for their lives in years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's okay for Ellie to do because she can get bit. She did get bit.
Right.
But she's lost a lot of people before because they've gotten attacked. And I feel
they
like
got bit.
She's really reckless, not only because of her youth, but because she knows she's immune.
Agreed.
And people are going to get hurt. Because
you remember that mall scene where they went to that little mall circus thing?
Ooh, that was
and that
terrifying.
Was her good girlfriend and stuff, and they got along so well. And she got bit from their recklessness.
Yes.
And of course, you know,
they both got bit.
She ain't immune like Ellie. So that's a good point, Sister A. If nothing else, that should always be in her mind.
She didn't know she was immune at that point either.
Well, but no, we're talking about when they went into the little thing.
But again, when they walked through there, they didn't see nothing. They didn't hear nothing. So again, as kids, they're not thinking ahead like, oh, there could be something in the back room or 2 rows over or whatever. They weren't even thinking about that shit. And now I feel like because it's been so many years, they're not even thinking anything bad could happen if there's anybody coming.
Yeah.
Like the grown-ups are thinking it, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
every
These
action
kids ain't-
Ellie did this episode proved this is why you still need to be protected.
Protected.
This
Exactly.
is why you
single
can't
one.
keep putting yourself out there. You still need to be safe and cautious.
Yep.
Yes.
Because she's going to end up
Just
getting other
like,
people
okay,
hurt by her
just
actions.
like,
Quiet.
okay.
Quiet.
But LM, just like from the very beginning of the episode, what you said is so true. Because when she and Jesse are up on that ridge and she shoots that one clicker thing in the head, and he tells her, Tommy, and says, okay, now really focus because this other one's like further away.
Right.
And she was so flip with it. Well, she didn't shoot her in the head. She shot her in the body.
Yeah,
That was the same one. That was the same one in that building, because when they went to that spot on their patrol, there's a big blood spot. Wasn't nobody. Remember, she fell, but she wasn't dead. Wasn't nobody. There was the body of the clicker that she shot in the head. Further toward their There's this puddle of blood, and she's looking.
And there was no body. So it was, I didn't realize
that was a woman. And that was a woman that she shot in the body. When they went into that building,
that was the same one, though. No, it wasn't.
I bet you it was the same one.
It wasn't, Jay, because it had a different growth on its head. The one that was out in the snow didn't have any growth on its head. It was just a person with long, stringy hair.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't the same one.
They all look alike to me.
Hey, maybe them stringy things came
later.
when
You're watching it like
when
this.
you watch it like right. They all look alike.
Right. No, I watched it though.
But no, I watched it too. It was a different creature because the one inside the building had a lot of growth in its mouth and on its head. The one that was outside that she shot in the back or whatever didn't
have growth on the head.
It didn't have growth on it yet.
But you know what? It might have grown into something because it certainly did move. It wasn't there. Where'd it go?
Well, first of all, Jay, there was a bear and a whole mess of shit. So it could have been that one that got caught up by the bear. We don't know. We don't know where it went.
That could be.
Point is, that was a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Because whatever thing was in there was kind of stuck in there because it wasn't out. It hadn't gotten out.
Can I ask why?
That's another question. Where does bear come from? We ain't see no animals.
Well, they're in the forest, though.
Yeah, they're in the
but wilderness. We haven't seen any. They've been through the forest and stuff before.
That don't mean there ain't no deer and other kind of shit running around there.
What was your question to say?
Can I ask, why did she attack that creature like hand to hand? Why didn't she just shoot it?
Because she thinks she's bad.
Well,
because she and that Dina said
quiet.
I think they were trying to be more quiet because. So I really
didn't take it like
scene.
that.
Oh well, I really liked the scene when they were getting ready to go in because it showed how Ellie was like, "Oh, there's just one of them. Let's go," and Dina was like, hold up, listen,
right?"
And then she's like, "No, there's two of them."
Yep.
And then Dina was the one that actually put the gun away and got her knife out. And then when they got in there, she's the one that said, "Use the bottle and then stab it."
Okay.
So I think Dina was trying to think, well, let's just do it quiet because it's one-on-one. We don't need to waste our bullets. We can just take it.
I didn't take it like that at all. I took it like the whole reason why Dina put her rifle away or gun away and took the knife is because they were so badass. Yeah, we badass. You know, they done already told the group. We done this 1,000 times. We going in there. We going in there. Even though her little squad leader or whoever she was said, no, we're going back for reinforcement. I'd just take us a minute. We do this all the time. Even when they were standing there or hunkered down listening for the little clickers, you know, listen to it. They put them, in my opinion, they put their little weapons away and got their knives because, we badass. We know what to do. We know how to stab them and kill them and stuff. It wasn't because, I want to be quiet. No. All that fucking noise she was making inside that building.
Well, that was after she fell down.
Yeah. I think for Dina, it was about being quiet because we were not for sure. You thought it was one. I think it's two. It could be more. So let's be quiet. Let me put the gun away. Even if it is just one-on-one, save the bullets, do it quietly, in and out, we're done. So I think for Dina, it was about being quiet. But for Ellie, I think it was more so, oh, this is inspiring. I can really test some moves on this one.
That's what I think.
And we've done it before.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
They said that. And even before, when Dina was waiting and she's like, oh, you want to wait for one of the men to come and do this? And she was like, hell no. Like they were already, that's why they went in there, because they wanted to go kill something.
Exactly.
That's
as soon as that Dina said, okay, now I'm going to go around and find some steps. You stay right here. I knew that chick was going all over the building.
You knew.
You knew.
She kind of had to, because at one point she heard the noise and I was like, yeah, it's time to fucking move around. You can't just stand in one place waiting for that thing to jump out. And wait, let me just say this.
Well, the thing still jumped out.
This harkened back to the first episode with the grandma, the old lady, and the little girl was looking at the, when it had the movement in the back. When she opened that little magazine and you saw the thing move across the thing, I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, that's good.
It was so suspenseful. They are very good at drawing that suspense out.
That was good. Now I did like that part.
Walking down the aisle, and that thing was coming up,
and you can see.
Yes.
Oh, yes, man. But
that was so good.
I didn't like the way the thing was moving. It wasn't just walking upright. It was just. You know what it reminded me of? Them damn zombies in World War Z. You know how fast they was?
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
Oh, they was fast. Ooh.
Yeah, but this one wasn't fast. It was stealthy. That's the thing that freaked me the fuck out. Yeah. It was creepy.
It was.
It was creepy, but it was creeping.
And then how did it fit inside that little space to hide?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, and when it was crawling out of it, it was making noise. I'm like, how come Ellie cannot hear this noise?
It was. It's like it can't help it, but it was trying to be quiet.
It was trying.
But then it was like,
yeah.
It was creepy. It was so creepy.
Wait, and what freaked me out was when she saw it the first time and it was just standing there and she says, come at me, and that thing
run at me.
Oh shit!
And then she runs toward it.
Yeah,
she didn't want to lose. Now look,
it made me mad when she was yelling, "Run at me!"
In your house, you can't lose sight of it.
You don't want to lose sight of it. Yeah,
you can't find that bitch.
It'll haunt you all night.
You can't see it. Oh, is that just me? That's me.
No, that's not just
haunt you all night.
Right.
Yes.
I gotta keep my eye on that sucker. But the fact that it did go hide and then come out later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
That was freaky.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know y'all probably had
freaky how it
like
moved.
This, but when it first came out of that crate, you could see the growths in the mouth kind of going out a little bit.
Oh, I didn't cover my eyes because I wanted to see what it was.
Me too.
I don't know what it looked like.
Yeah. And then same thing.
Half look.
Hey, them same things coming out of her mouth was in that pipe drain in the community.
Yes.
Them little chemical things.
Yep.
Exactly.
But you don't really realize that till the end.
Like
but
maggots or something.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Little
they look like little moving worms, but real thing. Oh,
yeah.
You know, it's
that was
gonna
a
be
good
nasty.
scene. That was a really good, suspenseful, scary scene.
It was.
And then when it started biting, I was like, "Oh shit, what you gonna do?"
Well, because that's how they feed, isn't it? That's how they. I mean, they're gonna bite you because they're trying to feed.
Yeah.
So
now this is another thing that I took umbrage, and I know it's a show, so they can't do it because it would jack the story up. But I took the umbrage in this in Walking Dead also.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, also wait, even before, remember the scene when what's her name, Nova what's her name?
Nova, Maria.
I still call her Nova.
Nova.
Yeah, I still call her.
I was gonna call her Tyra from Walking Dead, but anyway, when Nova
from True Blood.
True Blood, yeah, it's a great shit. Anyway, when Rutina Wesley, Nova, whatever her name is, was looking out the window at those Maria was coming in with those new people in the wagon, and they brought the new people in. They said, "Open the gate," and then they were showing the people, and she was watching them, and I was thinking, they're not gonna check them people.
They did not.
Did they check them people?
No.
At all?
No.
And so then when Ellie gets bit, and of course she hides it because she can't let people know. Because even though she did yell all that out, she knew they were alone. She knew there wasn't nobody there. She don't want nobody to know that she got bit. Mm-hmm. I was still thinking, when my people come back from patrol, we're still not doing bite and scratch checks at the gate.
Thank you. They need to.
After this long, you're not checking any new people or anyone that goes out.
They've all gotten comfortable. It's been 5 years. They've all gotten comfortable.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you don't. Well, yeah. They should be checking because it did take an hour or two for them to change. So yeah, you can get bitten still.
I mean, I get it because it's a TV show, and then that would ruin the whole thing. But I would be.
That's a good point, though.
That is good. It takes a couple minutes for them to breathe.
I'd be like, I'm sorry, you got to go over here and strip down.
Yeah,
strip down.
Because we know y'all ain't gonna be honest.
Like the drill. Go over there to get inspected.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Men over here, women over here. Sorry about you. Strip.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. But I was thinking that when Ellie got bit and then she hit it, and I was like, what the hell she gonna do if they check her ass? And of course they didn't, but No,
because she didn't even tell Dina. Dina doesn't even know.
No, she doesn't know either.
She can't tell nobody.
No.
She's not gonna be able to keep that a secret.
Not for long.
Not for long. And then I did think it was smart.
I think so. Not unless her immunity's worn off or something.
See, I would be afraid that my immunity would wear off or they have changed.
Yeah.
And I'm not immune 100% anymore or something.
Yeah.
She's not thinking that far.
She's not. No. She's not. No. I would be.
But nobody's going to find out, though, because, nobody checks her body.
No.
Well, and she was smart because when she got home, she made it look like a cut.
Yeah.
At each of the little teeth parts, and then she stitched it up so that no one's going to know it was a bite at this point because she's marked it up to where you can't tell it was a bite. She's just going to say, I got scratched or something.
But while they were sitting in front of the council telling the story of what happened, I'm thinking, no one is questioning why she's all bundled up.
Yeah, because she kept pulling the jacket tighter.
Yeah. And they knew Dina was lying.
I was going to say, I like that part.
They didn't believe her.
Nova was like,
no.
Maria said, she lied. She didn't see shit.
No.
I do think, but I'm glad that they showed that scene too. Like, hey, these things are getting smart. They was hiding.
Yes.
They was stealthy.
She was, because she was, that thing was hiding.
Yeah.
It was.
And it stalked her too. Yeah. It stalked her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quiet for a good minute.
Yeah. And it did jump on her when her back was turned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See. Mm-hmm. So, ooh-wee.
Lord.
That's going to be bad.
A mess. And of course, then the townspeople or the council doesn't really, they're like, do we believe these kids? What do we, what are we thinking?
Well, but like Maria said, they didn't believe Dina, but she believed Ellie.
Yeah.
She said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If she saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she believed her.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be bad.
Then we had the poor, awkward scene of Joel coming to her garage room, obviously trying to figure out what to talk to her about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, he throws the lights on because he thinks it's too dark in there. And
I feel bad for him, though.
I do, too. I do.
I feel bad for him.
He's struggling to try to figure it out. Although I don't think he realizes that he's affecting all of this too. But
Of course he doesn't, but I mean the fact remains that he lost a daughter too, So, I don't know. She being unreasonable.
yeah, I mean that's his motivation for lying to her for sure, because he didn't want to see her die, because he's already, he had feelings for her.
He's already had a loss. Yeah.
He's already had a loss. So that's definitely his motivation for lying. But at the end of the day, and she was underage too. So like, could she really make that decision for herself at that point 5 years ago? But
I don't know. I just was so irritated. And especially when I kept thinking about, okay, I get it, but it's 5 years. Y'all said it's 5 years from that point.
But that's not why she's mad, because she doesn't. I think in her soul she thinks it, but I don't think that's what's making her angry right now, because it's not been confirmed that he lied yet. She's mad because he keeps trying to run her, protect her, and keep her from living the life she wants to live right now, which is like going out on patrol.
But I still don't get, why are you mad that he saved your life?
Yeah,
I don't think that's it yet. That's not it yet. I think it all is about him not letting her, in her mind, grow up and be her own adult person at 19.
In her mind, yeah.
In her mind.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with the lie and what happened 5 years ago yet.
Okay.
I don't think so. Not yet. Because I think she chose to believe him 5 years ago. And I don't think that's part of it yet. But I think it's going to come out because, lies don't keep like that.
Yeah.
And the Fireflies are just up the ridge.
They coming, honey.
So they're coming.
And when they come, they're going to be talking.
Oh, yes.
Well, of course.
She said, I want to kill him slowly. So, of course, it's going to come out. Oh, you killed up all them people in the hospital. Oh, you took her off the operating stand. We didn't have no other people to test. It was only Ellie. She's going to find out. And then she's going to be real pissed for that reason.
Yeah.
That he lied this whole time.
He's really going to be in trouble.
Well, but to me, not necessarily, because to me, it depends upon what this woman says and how she says it.
She's going to be mad.
And what else they do. You know what I mean? I mean, if they come in there and they're, in order to get Joel, they're like getting other people.
Of course. They're going to be killing the guards to get in. They're going to be, anybody who comes to defend the town's going to get it. And he's part of the town.
I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to come in like, we refugees, we need some refugees.
That's smart. That's what they should do.
That's subterfuge. That's what I think.
And find him among the
after
people.
a while, right? They're not going to jump on
And
out.
it's not going to be immediate.
No.
They're going to immerse themselves in that community first.
Right. And I look for that chick to befriend Ellie. That's what I think is going to happen. She's going to befriend Ellie to find out covertly information and stuff.
To get close.
Now, this is the interesting part. Like, if she was one of the nurses, which we don't know if that's true or not. How else does she know what he looks like? But anyway, if she was one of the nurses, and she would know they thought Ellie was immune, and that's why they were going to operate on her. But if she wasn't, she won't know that. Because remember at the very beginning, one of them said, well, that's just a rumor. We don't know if that's true or not. And it couldn't be true, because then if that was true, and they're like, nah, we've not heard of that. It's not true. So they might not even think that that was even a real thing, that she was immune. But if they find out that she is, I wonder if that will change their
I don't remember that, right. Because, I don't remember who these people are. You know what I mean?
We never saw them. They're brand new people.
So I didn't.
And those nurses were all like bundled up, so we don't know who.
Yeah.
And it's been
how
5 years.
They know what Joel looks like. We don't know if one of them was a guard and saw him come through, or how did they know how does she know? What's her name? Abby. How does she know what he looked like?
Right. And as Sister A just pointed out, it's been 5 years. So they were standing there like,
5 years, or it was the 5th year. It like
Yeah.
Took them 5 years to get
present
over there.
day. So
Right.
yeah. So
Mm-mm.
Well, they first went to Seattle,
yeah,
apparently,
that's
to
what
the
she
other
said.
Firefly place. And then they had to, then they came this way. So that would probably take that long if you walking.
Yeah, because I didn't see no horses, so yeah, they walking. And I mean,
Yeah.
through Wyoming is rough,
Rough.
cold and snow.
I would have
Cold.
learned how to ride a giraffe by now. Not getting
Hey,
on that
or
walk.
something. Yeah, but a giraffe can't go up in that cold.
It sure can't.
No.
That poor thing would be gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't go
They're not
up in that
gonna
cold.
be fast like a horse or something.
No.
You probably can't control it.
Still
Well,
faster than
that
me
would-
walking.
Wait a minute, that would be the thing. You
Yeah.
can't control it. But yes, I've seen it on the Animal Planet. A giraffe can outrun a lion when it put
Yeah, because they're
when it get the feet
shit,
going.
yeah. They long-legged.
Long
Yeah. Mhm. Anyway, I don't know.
I don't know either. But okay, so then we get to
The dance
the
dance.
or the celebration.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
New Year's
Yeah.
or something, right?
Yeah.
Celebration.
I think it's
It did
New
look
Year's.
New
nice
Year's.
in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I've seen because of course there's the people who have played the video game and everything.
Yes.
So most of the screenshots that I would see, it looks just like the game. Like they have
Okay.
done a really
Yeah.
good
Cool.
job.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It looked so warm
Yeah.
and cozy in there, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, it did.
And they had refreshments and everything.
Yeah. People had liquor from somewhere. Somebody's just stealing something.
It
Hey, it's just like in prison. They make a liquor from potatoes.
Somebody besides Joel is growing something because
Oh yeah.
what did Dina say? I've been smoking.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I've been smoking. I'm not drunk.
Mhm. I'm high, not drunk.
I'm high.
Yep.
I'm not drunk.
Mhm.
Ah. So people are dancing and singing and stuff. And of course, Ellie's just kind of watching. And then Jesse comes up and they're watching.
Yeah,
him
that's the
dance
Jesse
around.
guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And evidently him and Dina are used to be boyfriend, girlfriend, but they've broken up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Again,
He still
as
likes
we
her.
said.
Yeah, that's what she said again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he likes her or not because when Ellie said y'all be back together in a couple days, he's like, nope, not this time.
Okay.
And she was like, what?
I think he likes her. I think Dina's the one not getting back with him because he was standing there and he watched her the whole time she was dancing with that guy.
He was fawning
Yeah.
over her.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
that was the point. They were trying to say that she's kind of like the light because a lot of people were watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then even when her and Ellie were dancing, Ellie was like, everybody's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, we're probably watching you.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to show that she's just like the bubbly,
Mm-hmm.
everybody like light of the whole town.
Yeah.
Mm.
And everything. And then when they get close and start kissing, this old raggedy old ass man come talking
Raggedy.
about, hey,
Damn.
this is a family event.
He raggedy too. He raggedy.
Doing nothing.
D. Them kids wasn't doing shit.
Nothing.
There are kids here. This is a family event. And I was like, no, he didn't.
Yes.
And
Yep.
then he got to calling them out their name.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Now,
that's that.
But first of all,
But they,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, but they had to have something like that happen in order for Joel to come to her
Yes.
rescue.
But wait,
Yeah.
I was going to say, before Joel came up, did you see Ellie turn around? Like, what the fuck did you say?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Right.
Oh, she did say, what did you just say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
she was going to do something.
She was gonna get him.
Mm-hmm.
Say something,
I
do
mean-
something.
But Ellie is always strapped. She always got that knife. So no, Don't you
I don't
remember?
think she was gonna do anything physical
Hey,
yet.
she might
I
have
think she
done
was gonna cuss his
something.
I
ass
don't
out.
think she
That's
was gonna stab
No.
him.
Hey, you don't
No.
know. We don't
Not
know.
yet.
No.
I think she was gonna start out by cussing his old ass out. That's what I think she
Yeah.
was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so, but
But
hey,
honey,
she's
Joel
strapped though.
said, "Oh, fuck that." He knocked that man
He
all
swooped in quick,
the
didn't he?
way down on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, he was struggling to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Too bad.
Mhm.
And poor Joel, though.
I
know.
I was so mad at Ellie. I
So
thought, you
too.
ungrateful
mad.
wench.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah,
And
that
in
was
front
bad.
of everybody,
Everybody.
Everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, that was sad.
Oh.
I felt really bad for Joel.
Me
too.
too.
Yeah. Poor
Yeah.
I
guy.
think
Because
she had
she
hit her
have to do
last
that.
straw of the day because it had
Well,
been
yeah.
all day. People
Mhm.
saying, "Well, Joel, this, Joel, that."
I think
don't
you're
wanna get
right.
on
Yeah,
Joel's
I
bad
think you're
side."
right.
And she
Yeah.
just burst it out. I don't think she meant to do it, but it just came out.
Terrible.
And his
Yeah,
face.
she meant it because
meant
she
it.
could have went. Yeah, she meant it because she could have went. She has to go by the house to get to the fucking garage. You know,
Yeah.
she could have said.
Thank you.
She could have said sorry.
You know they ain't gonna do that.
Wait a minute. She didn't even have to say sorry. I yelled at you and everything, but I was just no. All she had to do was say sorry. All she had to do was just say good night and go on.
You think a 19-year-old
No,
is
she had
gonna
to
do
do.
that? You think a 19-year-old would really say sorry?
If she wasn't so damn selfish, yeah.
Damn, Jay.
Damn.
Come on.
I'm with you, Jay, on this because,
I'm sorry. That's how
Yeah.
I feel about it.
yeah.
So now, when episode 2 come on, I'm looking at her with a side eye, like
I was
mhm.
looking at her side eye all episode.
Yeah,
That
because
just
you
made
know
it worse.
it don't
Yeah.
make no. Hey, she stood right there and looked at him. All she had to
Yes.
do was say good night, and that would have let him know. Okay, she can't say I'm sorry, Dad, but hey, that was kind of like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you know,
Yeah.
and went on
Yeah.
to the garage.
Yeah.
And then he just
Selfish
keep
ass.
playing.
Yeah, just selfish.
I hope it gets better with that. I hope it gets better because this is
Well,
gonna
Because
be
you know what,
annoying.
it's gonna be
I don't know.
a tedious,
know.
annoying season if they keep this shit up.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna have a chance to be mad because they're gonna be running,
Yeah.
Well, let's hope
ducking
so.
and
then.
dodging
Shit.
and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't like it either, but I can understand why they have her doing that because they're trying to show her trying to separate. But you know,
We get it.
and like
Yeah.
the doctor
Yeah, we
said,
get
Let's
it.
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister A.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
get
think
it.
Yeah.
so too.
You know, this is a little heavy handed, especially.
Yeah.
Especially
Let's focus on the
because of
creatures
all the
and
shit
surviving and
everybody in that community and all of them have been through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All of them had to come from somewhere, even when they started that community. So all of them been through shit. You ain't no different,
Yeah.
you know? Shit. Come on.
I don't think she's trying to say she's different, but
Well, but no,
however,
I'm not saying what she's saying, but I mean, come on.
therefore,
She thinks she's different.
Yeah.
well, I mean, she is kind of different. I mean,
She is.
No, she ain't.
but she is. She's immune,
She bratting.
and
yeah.
she's trying to go on about her business. I mean, he ought to be glad she's still in the garage. She could be across town somewhere living. That's the
She
next
ought
step.
to be glad she's still alive. Let's start there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
5 fucking years.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, y'all are rough on a teenager.
Anyway,
I think it was a great episode though, and it did make you
Good.
really feel. I mean, I think they wanted us to feel for Joel
Yeah.
because
Obviously,
he's
yeah.
really just trying to protect, like you would.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's like, because he's not listening to the damn therapist, but he's like dumbfounded as to why all this is coming at him. But if he would listen to the doggone therapist, he would realize, but he ain't listening. So he just needs to, they're just going to have to stay
Well,
apart for a bit.
and he really
until
ain't
the
gonna listen
shit hits
now.
the fan.
You know? Really ain't gonna live now that I know that you hate my guts because I shot your husband in the head. Yeah. He really not gonna listen now.
We don't see if he goes back.
Yeah,
That's for me to tell.
Yeah.
That's
if he
a
goes
good
back.
question. Will he go back?
We're gonna see.
I bet he won't, because he's not going to want to say, like, he thinks he's already opened up about what happened, but he hasn't. And she knows it, but I don't know if he'll even try to go back because he doesn't want to go there. You know? So he's going to duck in her room every once in a while with awkward conversation and then, try to handle it that way. I don't know. But then we have that last scene, well, couple last scenes when those people with the sparklers are running around and they threw one next to that pipe.
Yes.
And the heat of that sparkler made it start growing.
Yeah.
Them little tentacles is in there.
Which I thought was also interesting because, I think we found out last season, if a vine feels something over here, it could be miles down the road and it's going to know.
Exactly.
There's some people up over here.
And that's why that scene showed that whole pipe running through the whole community.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yes. That's how they're going to get in.
Yeah.
And now didn't Dina tell him the foreman wasn't foremanning? Because why is that pipe still sitting there with all that shit in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the foreman looked at it like at the beginning, and he just looked at it like it was weeds in there.
Dry weeds.
Well, that's what she said. Dried weeds and stuff.
Yep.
And that's not what's in there.
It didn't
And
look
Joel
like
said,
nothing.
clean it out and fill it up with whatever he said to fill it up with, but they didn't do that.
Nope, they didn't do it.
They in
It's
trouble.
gonna come back to bite them. Literally.
It's gonna come back.
Literally.
Yeah.
Then we see the Firefly people coming over the ridge.
Finally make it.
Yep.
Making it.
It looks
Looking
like
over
they're
the
still,
town.
like a
Far
couple
away.
3 miles away. Yeah, about 5 miles away.
But they're at the top. They see the town.
That's
They
close
see the
compared to
town.
where they
That's close.
way
started
down.
it 5 years
Yeah.
ago.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh wee. I can't wait to see how they do it.
Woo!
'Cause Joel ain't going out like no punk.
Oh, no.
But this is also, I liked it because kind of like with the Joel and Ellie situation, you have the two sides. You have the two sides with these Firefly people too, because Joel did kill up all them people. And some of them had loved ones that are going to want revenge. So what's going to happen? Who do you, we know who we're going to root for, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's
see
done
their
bad.
side.
So now we have the other side of what he's done.
Yeah.
Other than the little creatures and how they've evolved, because now they can think and do stealth and shit. I'm telling you, those little Firefly people, they gonna come in there covert.
That's a smart way to
Covert.
do
It's
it.
going to be a covert operation all season until somebody peeps them out, finds out, where they really came from and stuff. Because they're not going to come in there revealing where they come from and who they are and stuff. No, they're not going to do that. And especially because they're coming up on a whole community. They don't know what his status is in that community. They don't know what her status is in that community. So
They'll find out soon as they enter.
They sure
right,
will.
but they'll find out. But they ain't gonna enter in there. We looking for this Joel. We want him. No, they're not gonna do
they
that.
Won't. They won't.
They're gonna be real sneaky with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
gonna be a
my.
mess. It was really good.
It was good.
It was good to have it back.
It is good.
Yes.
After 2 whole damn
Yeah.
years. Like you have forgot what the hell happened.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Now, did y'all go back and watch any, or did you just watch the recap?
I just watched
Recap.
the recap.
Just the recap.
Recap.
I watched the last 2 before watching that
Okay.
one, which was
Okay.
That was
helpful.
too much.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure.
was helpful. Yeah, thankfully. But
Excuse me.
I couldn't watch the whole season. I need to go back and watch the whole season. It was so good.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
So we did have
Yeah.
one piece of feedback come in.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
I know. And you know who it had to be?
Is it Joseph?
Hi,
Hey.
Hey, Joseph.
The first and only of season 2. Thank you, Joseph. And for everybody else out there who didn't get their stuff together early enough, because you know how we do. We sneak up on y'all.
Yep.
Send your feedback to sistahspeak@gmail.com. We would love to hear what you think about the new season and this episode. So send in your feedback and we will read it here every podcast.
Yes. Remember,
we have
you
a
gotta
deadline?
be quick and you have to get it
Yes.
in if you want it to be on the next recording, the next
Yeah.
episode.
Tuesdays.
Yes, we are trying to
Yeah.
record on Tuesdays of every week after an episode airs, which you know that's early for us. And we've been good the last couple of
Yep.
seasons on
Knock
doing
on
that
wood.
schedule.
We're
Knock
gonna be
wood.
on the ball. So
Unless
y'all
there's a
get it
scheduling
in.
conflict, yes, we will be
Yeah.
on Tuesday. So try to get your email or voicemail in early. Otherwise, we'll skip it and we'll read it on the next podcast after.
Yeah,
So
it'll still get read.
Yes.
it'll get read at
Right.
some point. Okay, so Joseph sent us a voicemail, so I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Hi, sisters. It's me, Joseph from Las Vegas. Just watched the season 2 premiere of The Last of Us. I thought it was really, really good. Having had finally finished watching the video gameplay on YouTube a few months ago, I feel like the flashbacks that we see in the video game are going to be played out in chronological order in the TV show, which I am quite glad. So it's like makes a little bit more sense and makes the drama and everything more like climaxing and all that. I really hope it feels like they're still using the same formula as season 1 by just expanding onto the original material, such as the idea of the evolution of the infected and how they're evolving and they're not just running at the people and they're actually plotting somehow. That is really, really good.
Yeah.
But the trivia like that New Year's scene, we don't see that scene play out in the video game until like midway or halfway through the video game. So it's nice to see it play out right in the beginning and sets the tone for everything of what's to come. I love the character of Gail, Joel's psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard that name in the video game, but they really did not expand too much upon her. So I heard that season 3 is greenlit for this show, and that I reread that they are making multiple seasons of the part 2 video game. So my only concern is I hope they don't like stretch it out for too much. Reading that, it reminded me of like the Hobbit trilogy. Like they're just expanding one book into like multiple movies type of situation. I can only see them doing a maximum of 3. 2 would be ideal, but anything beyond 3, I don't know. We'll see. I could see them just using multiple seasons to age up Ellie later on. And that last scene that we see of Ellie at the end of the party saying, "I don't need your fucking help" to Joel. My heart. All I can say, having seen what's going to happen, one word comes to mind is it will be a very divisive season. Can't wait for the podcast. Bye, sisters.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you,
So
Joseph.
good to hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. We've been missing
He
Joseph.
said it's
feedback.
supposed to be it's going to be a divisive. Well, it is
Well,
already.
I mean, the whole episode
I
1
think
was.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So
it's
let me
good.
tell y'all, I got spoiled.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Spoiled of what?
Listen.
What? The whole season?
I know someone who is a worse spoiler than Sister J.
What? Is that
Now
possible?
that is saying something. That is
Isn't it?
saying something.
Yeah.
Worse
Isn't
than
it?
me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like the person said something and then said, but I'm not going to, I'll stop now. I'm not going to spoil it. You just spoiled it.
Oh, no.
And then going through the TV app, because it doesn't count if you don't mark it as watched on the TV app.
Right.
So I'm going through comments on TV app, and so be careful what y'all read.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
On TV app.
Yes. I've already read some. Yeah. Mhm.
It's
Oh,
some
boy.
spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
It's
I
the
They're
video
know.
supposed to
game.
mark
It's the
that.
video game people. It's always the video game people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
video game
it's
people.
always and the book people
The
too.
book readers.
Evidently,
Yeah.
Just like Game of
there's
Thrones.
books.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I think I already know the spoiler, but I've learned it from
It's
back
a couple.
a long time ago from watching the gameplay and people talking about the newer
But you know
game
what?
edition. But I try to stay away from anything
It
that looks
doesn't bother
spoilery.
me.
I'm like, skip.
I don't wanna know.
Yeah, I don't want to
It
know.
doesn't bother my enjoyment though because
I still enjoy it. It doesn't bother my enjoyment at all.
Yeah.
But some people don't want to be spoiled, even though it doesn't bother you. People don't want to be. They want to see it unfold.
I just
want to
watch it and see what happens.
That's why you're a spoiler queen, because you don't mind it.
No,
Yeah.
I am
I
not
don't
a
mind-
spoiler queen. Whoever Sistah Ellen's friend is.
Yeah,
She just lost the title.
I actually don't mind it though, because it gave me a different. I watched the premiere with a different view.
Okay.
I'll say it like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we can
You can
talk
tell
about
me
it.
So I
later
didn't
in the
mind it
season.
at all. Yeah.
Okay. You could tell me
Okay.
after we're done.
Well, did
No,
you
don't
tell that
tell
person
her.
to stop talking?
He's not going to say nothing else.
Okay. I'm always like this. Whenever Sister J starts talking about something, I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
I
Don't
haven't
do
seen
it.
it yet. Don't say a word. Oh, that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, right. No.
Well, thank you, Joseph, for keeping your voicemail spoiler
Thank
free.
you.
Just giving us
Yeah.
hints of things that are coming.
That was
up.
spoiler free.
Yes.
We appreciate
I
that.
am
Well
looking
done.
forward to the division that's going to come about in this
Yes.
season. And I'm excited to know where we're all going to land on what side.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to be Team Joel.
Okay.
I feel like. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
That was part of the spoiler I got, so we'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, thank you again, Joseph. And again, for anyone who wants to send their feedback, please send it to sisterspeak@gmail.com and we will read it on the next episode.
Hey.
All right, y'all. That is it for now. I am Sister K.
I'm Sister J.
And Sister Elle.
And I'm Sister A.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Go to therapy.
See you next week.
I hope this is not a whole season of fuck them kids. We out.